Hey guys, it's Loofie, and welcome to Anime Rewind The Greatest Hits number 2. This episode grabs the best of the best moments from Anime Rewind episodes 14 to 19. We got moments like back when Shang and I proposed our own filler episodes, when Shippo suddenly got wooden teeth, and a number of Kagome bashing moments. So hopefully you'll enjoy the selection of clips compiled here. As an added bonus to the episode, I included a previously deleted clip from Anime Rewind episode 19, where Shang and I discussed how Naraku might finally be defeated. It's a never before seen or heard clip, so it's a little special treat for you guys, so please enjoy that. Season 2 episode 1 will be out May 12th, so please look forward to it then. But for now, please enjoy Anime Rewind, The Greatest Hits number 2. I think a lot happened that was good in terms of development towards Kikyo, Naraku, InuYasha, Miroku, Sango. Like, we got some conclusions to ongoing story arcs.
And Shippo. Don't forget Shippo, alright?
Nah, that was filler. That was pretend. Shippo never even had a girlfriend to start with.
It was real. Sota had a girlfriend, alright? So did Shippo.
That was in 2019, Sota. Where's your 2020 girlfriend?
Poor Sota doesn't have a 2020
Sota.
girlfriend.
Who does have a 2020 girlfriend?
No comment.
And as Naraku impales her and she falls off the cliff to her death, her final memories begin to flash before her eyes. And her final memories are her most precious moments, which are all with InuYasha, all from the past. And it's almost as if, like, her brain realizes that she cannot have a happy ending with InuYasha, but almost like what's the second best thing Kikyo can have is that her final memories is of the one that she actually loves. And that's the final thing she sees before she passes away. And in a way, that gives Kikyo enough peace to pass on into the afterlife. And that like wraps up, the story of Kikyo. And it's so sad to like just hear it again. Oh man, I miss Kikyo already. I miss her, Shang. Stop crying, Shang. We gotta be strong. The new year just started.
It's so. What do you mean? They started the new year with her dying. How can I accept that?
How could they? How did InuYasha know that would be the first episode we watch of the decade?
Seriously.
How did InuYasha know?
Like there's still a part of me that feels like Kikyo can still make a comeback. Because, like, most animes are like, yeah, this person may have died, but they'll make a comeback. And I'm still waiting for that comeback.
Yeah, but, she fell into a bunch of poison, and most people don't come back from poison, so who knows?
You never know. It's Kikyo. She's made of graveyard soil and bones.
Yeah, you think they're going to resurrect her for a third time? Come back again!
Yes.
Alright, so the final topic we had was Miroku and Sango and their budding or maybe concluding relationship. In episodes 131 and 132, we run into a situation where Sango gets captured in a village of women, and Miroku, having the weakness to women that he does, kind of runs around on his toes for a bit, kind of does dumb stuff. But when he realizes that Sango is in danger, he actually goes out of his way to go and rescue Sango. And this is kind of like an extension of what happened in Mount Hakure when Miroku used his wind tunnel to suck up all the Saimyosho and almost killed himself to protect Sango, because he said something along the lines of if I can't even protect the woman that I care about, what kind of man am I? And then sucks it all up, it's this great moment where they really Miroku really verbalizes how he feels about Sango, and Sango does something similarly when Miroku collapses.
I was going to say, they both say some very strong, cheesy lines on Mount Hakure.
They do. And so in this episode, essentially, Miroku does some stuff that Sango doesn't like with his womanizing, and he screws around. But then when push comes to shove, he puts his life on the line again to protect Sango. And he has to fight a possessed Sango. Sango has so many weapons. Right? He knocks out the Hirai coats. and a sword comes out, knocks out the sword, and a blade on her arm comes out, like it's nonstop. But
It's
he
nonstop.
deals with it all and eventually frees Sango from the possession of a salamander demon. And in the aftermath of the events, Miroku and Sango are sitting on the shore overlooking like a small stream or something like that, small river. And Miroku is like, Sango, I don't think we're meant for each other. Like he says something and Sango starts to cry. And then he's like, but if there ever comes a day when we defeat Naraku and this wind tunnel is removed from my hand and we can live as normal humans, would you bear my children? And I'm like, oh, Miroku, right. Yes,
right,
yes,
right. So the funny part is that when I heard that, it's like, man, I never thought I'd be rooting for a guy to say his line that he's been saying to every woman, but saying that line to Sango was satisfying. But
it was so satisfying.
The way he portrayed that was kind of like, wow, that's really messed up. Like, I can't see you as a lover because we are companions in this fight against Naraku. It's like, oh, that you just friend zoned her. And he's like, wait a minute, there's more. But after all this is done, do you want to live together? It's like, oh my god, did he just propose? And then the whole baby part, it's like, will you have my children? Yeah. It's like, oh my god, he said it. Oh my god.
Yeah, and you know what? His lowest number he starts with is 10.
Right?
20?
20?
Oh man, 10 kids is a lot, Miroku. Watch out there.
And the funny part of the song is like, yeah, sure, whatever you want. But will you stop womanizing? Will Miroku, will you stop womanizing? And Miroku says nothing at all. And so Sango just like, okay, whatever. And they just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
124 was definitely my favorite episode. My least favorite episode out of all of them has to be, I'm pretty sure it's 130.
The Shippo one?
That's right, Hard Scar.
Oh, the Hard Scar. You're right. Wait. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay, so I know I try to fight for my boy Shippo and his romance. It's just it's so cheesy. Every filler he gets with a romance, because it's funny how in this filler, Kagome and Sango are like, how does Shippo get all these girls? And obviously he gets it from Miroku, my boy. But every time he does something to get a girl or whatever, he just messes it up, or does something really cheesy or cringy that's just like, nope, Shippo, you ruined the episode for me. Nope,
Yeah, Shippo is just awful.
Oh boy. Okay, so I've thought about this filler. Not gonna lie, it doesn't end out good, because any filler that deals with Shippo automatically becomes bad. And now you think, well, I'm sure Shippo deserves some good in filler, right? Yeah, but in the spirit of Shippo, that wouldn't work, because all Shippo fillers are pretty bad. So what I propose is that in my filler that involves Shippo is out to prove himself, to make himself stronger, because he is jealous of Miroku and InuYasha and Sango, and I guess Kagome too, because they're so strong, and he wants to become strong too. So what does he do? He goes off on a mission to become strong without his friends knowing. So InuYasha learns that Shippo is trying to be strong and tries to help him. But because there's such conflict between InuYasha and Shippo, instead of Shippo becoming stronger, he's just trying to run away from InuYasha, bothering him in his training. So, whenever he's trying to train doing his new moves and stuff, InuYasha's like, but what are you doing, Shippo? It's like, nothing. I'm just playing around, And then You know, that's all we really got. That's how much, as far as my filler goes.
All right, your filler ends on a cliffhanger. It actually had a very strong start and then became very Shippo-esque. But I think you're right. Like, fillers with Shippo, they don't end well, because if they end well, you lose the spirit of what really embodies Shippo, which is he's just trash. And so his fillers are trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think it's a great filler, Shang. Part 1. They never made part 2 because the budget just wasn't there, so we'll never know how it ends.
We'll never know how well his training went.
So my filler, I didn't think out as deeply as you did, but let me pitch this idea to you.
Okay.
The episode title is called InuYasha and the Metal Demon.
And oh my god, he's got a title.
The episode begins, InuYasha and Kagome, they're back in the modern era, and InuYasha's mom is complaining about how a brand new grocery store is opened across town, and they sell the radishes that she really needs for her dishes, and she can't drive. Well, guess who stays in the modern era and doesn't do anything useful? She looks at InuYasha and asks him, hey, why don't you go get a driver's license? And that's the premise of my episode. So the episode involves InuYasha wearing a hat, going to try and get his permit. And so he like gets in the car and like he's too strong, right? So the first thing he does is like he presses on the pedal and like pushes right through the car or something. Eventually he gets to start driving, but like he gets stuck in traffic, so he gets mad. So he gets out like his sword and starts waving it in the air, and then people get out of the way, and he's like, yeah, this is how I drive. And I got nothing else after that, but essentially the episode ends with him destroying the car and not getting a driver's license. And then the mom comes home, and then like InuYasha feels really dejected, and then the mom's like, wait, the radishes I want are sold next door. I guess you didn't need a permit after all, or something like that. And that's how the episode ends.
Oh, this is a very interesting filler. I was following up to the point until you said he needed a car permit. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
I was in disbelief for a second, like, oh
yeah, the metal demon is a car.
I'm into it. I like it. I'm interested.
All right. Whoever animates InuYasha, if you want this filler idea, hit me up. I'll sell it to you. We have things like when they encounter Rengokuki, who is riding on the demon horse Entei. And like as soon as Entei sees Hakudoshi, Entei just bucks Rengokuki off and is like, hey, I found a new master. And Rengokuki is like, what? No way. I'm your master. And like goes up to kill Hakudoshi. And Hakudoshi just wrecks him like instantly. Then takes his weapon, takes his horse, and is like, these are mine now.
These are mine now. It's just a setup. I thought Rengokuki was trying to fight Hakudoshi. Ultimately failed. And he's like, the Entei was like, man, this guy isn't strong at all. I like this new guy.
I remember an episode like, you know, like Entei like just stares at Hakudoshi and is just like, yeah, that one's better. And like the lore behind Entei is kind of interesting in the sense that like, you know, like the one who rides Entei will rule the world. You know, that's how the lore goes. And so like Entei's searching for like someone that's worthy. I guess Hakudoshi was worthy. It's this like 7-year-old, 6-year-old kid. You're like, yeah, this one's good.
It's like, man, I like him. He looks good. He looks strong. You want to rule the world?
He's got potential. Yeah, you want to rule the world with me?
You're young.
All right, let's do it.
It's just a thought that Entei's just like scouting for, all right, who wants to rule the world? Oh, you look good. Come on. Let's try you out.
The 30-day free trial.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we had a talk about sport anime at some point in time. And I was like, man, I like Prince of Tennis, but I'll save that. Haikyuu, it's pretty cool. Everyone loves it, especially with the new season coming out. Everyone's been going back into it. But you know what? I went back and I watched that basketball anime. What is it called? I can't remember it right now. Kiriko Basketball?
Oh, you want to talk about I don't even know what it's called either. Kuroki no Basket. Wait, Shang, did you not come prepared?
I remembered it. I just don't remember the name.
I'm gonna Google it for you. It's called Kuroko's Basketball. There you go.
because I remember we were talking about Prince of Tennis. Like you had brought it up in like the Discord, and it's like, oh man, yeah, that was cool. And I remember somebody talking about Haikyuu. It's like, man, that's cool too. It's like, you know what? I want to watch something that's pretty exciting as well, but I want to watch something that I haven't watched. And I saw Kuroko no Basketball. It's like, man, this is really goddamn. It's really epic basketball. It's really out there. And I watch a couple of snippets of it. It's it's a slice of life, kind of, where it's guys in a high school and dealing majorly with basketball, but they're like so into it. They're so into it. It's like watching like a Dragon Ball Z fight within basketball. It's so intense. So if you're ever in a need to watch like a sports anime, of course watch Prince of Tennis, because that's good. Haikyuu, of course, it's great. There's a new season out. But I would also recommend Kuroko's Basketball.
Man, look at this boy, low-key dropping 3 wrecks in one episode. Don't wear yourself out, Shang. And speaking of good memory, you know what's a good memory? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
I went
boy.
and watched that movie last Friday, and it was pretty nostalgic.
Really?
Like, not only did it remind me of my childhood and the Blue Devil, but the movie was also like a good representation of 2020. Because like in the middle of the movie, there's a part where Sonic just like walks out and he just starts flossing, and I'm like, flossing is such a 2020 thing to do, like in the future when someone watches this movie like in 2030 2040 and Sonic starts flossing, they're gonna be like, I remember flossing in 2020. And so it got me thinking, we've been asking if InuYasha characters are commando or not commando, but commando is such a 2019 thing. We should be asking, does InuYasha floss?
Okay, having a picture if InuYasha, Sango, Moroku, Shippo have nice teeth, just it's actually pretty weird to think about.
That's the wrong kind of flossing, Shang. I mean the dance move flossing.
Oh, not the hygienic flossing?
Not the hygienic one. We all know they don't floss like that. But do they? Dance floss.
Now I'm just imagining Moroku with like dirty teeth just flossing.
I can imagine the dance. I could see the squad flossing it up. Floss battle against Naraku.
Just Shippo with like wooden teeth just flossing. Like, oh no.
Or no teeth.
It's getting worse with this imagination. Oh no.
Yeah, you're making it worse. Like, I had everyone just look normal flossing. Now I have wooden teeth Shippo trying to do some flossing, and his hips are all bent out of shape because he's just hurting inside.
Oh no.
Look, flossing is a 2020 thing, and I think that we should really take a deeper look into the floss nature of our characters. Honestly, I don't even remember Princess Abby. I did actually watch these episodes when I was like younger, and I don't remember Princess Abby at all. And maybe it was for good reason, because she wasn't that useful. I mean, she wasn't that interesting.
She really wasn't.
Her mother, though, master schemer, ate up Naraku and then died. Like, has she ever watched anime? You never eat the bad guy. The bad guy will always destroy you from the inside.
Whoa. You don't know that, man. She's a giant chicken. She saw him as food, ate him up,
Moral of the story, take this piece of wisdom with you on your lives. Never eat your enemies. So one of the story plot points that we really revisit in this batch of episodes is the romantic love triangle between Kagome, Kikyo, and InuYasha. And so in the past, Kagome, not the biggest fan of Kikyo. Kikyo, not the biggest fan of Kagome. And InuYasha's just in the middle, kind of like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm just a dog boy living in a dog world.
Can I have you both? Oh no.
Yeah. Can I have them both? I believe he said that in like episode 40 or something like that.
Did.
Like, so it's been about 100 episodes. So now we're revisiting this interaction between Kagome and Kikyo again. And there's a moment in point where Kagome is led to a waterfall and she finds the body of Kikyo underneath the water. and these two Shikigami that Kikyo kind of has as attendants tell Kagome that she is the only one that can purify the miasma coming out of Kikyo's body. And if she does not purify the miasma coming out of Kikyo's body, Kikyo will die. And so we have at this point Kagome faced with the decision of, do I save my rival in love? And I think in a gigantic moment of growth, she does. And I think it speaks volumes about the character of Kagome that she's willing to sacrifice the things she wants to make sure that the people she cares about are happy. And I give mad props to Kagome for that.
That's commendable, right?
Definitely commendable. But now our boy Kikyo back in the mix again. And now I'm shipping that InuYasha and Kikyo love one more time.
That's right. Move over, Kagome. I could just imagine it right now. It's like Kagome revives Kikyo. They get out of the water. Kikyo's like, thanks. Pushes her in the water. It's like, it's my time to shine. He's my man. I'm like, okay.
I may just be graveyard dirt and soil, but I'm back.
That's right. I'm fabulous. He's my man. I'm like, god damn. All right.
Yeah, that's the Kikyo we know and love. She's back.
Princess Abi's story in this is kind of bland to me. I don't know what it is. I just can't really get into it.
Yeah, she was so useless. In a way, it was just more about her mother than actually her, because it's her mother that's the path to the afterlife. Princess Abi was just a vehicle in the plot to push us to reviving the mother. But I just feel like they could have made a better character. Princess Abi is just, she's below average. She's worse than Shippo.
I didn't think that was possible.
I didn't know.
Are we bringing back Trash v Trash? Princess Abi versus Shippo? Shippo wins.
Well, that's a quick one. Shippo wins. Yeah, I didn't really like these episodes, but I understand the point of them. I don't think that the English dub did a very good job of explaining what was going on, so I had to do a little bit of digging on my own. But essentially, Princess Abi's mother's name is Tekkei. And Tekkei is a demon that possesses the ability to enter the demon Netherworld, because the demon birds that Princess Abi controls are actually demon birds from the other world. And so she's able to go back and forth and grab these birds and use them in the living world to do her terrorizing or whatever. And so Naraku actually had two options. He had option number one, which was to get Princess Abi's mother to cooperate and open a door to the Netherworld. Or option number two, straight up butcher Princess Abi's mother and go to the other world. And of course, our good boy Naraku goes with option number two, butchers the mother after she eats them, and the portal to the Netherworld opens up. And so then that's where the episodes end. And now we're faced with this whole thing where InuYasha, Naraku, finally about to enter the Netherworld. What is going to await them inside? And so Shang, I want to ask you, what's awaiting them on the other side? What do you think is there? Let's get our fan theories going here. What if like, what would their names again? Mozu, and Bob.
I was supposed to say Mozu and Shozu, but I don't think it's Shozu.
I think it was Gazu,
something Zoo.
Mozu and Bob. Do you think they're gonna just pop out and be like, hey, hold up, you're not allowed to go in this way?
That's not how that works. You guys have to go through the gate. Come on now. There's procedures.
Go through the gate, guys.
There's procedures here, man. Come on.
Yeah, you think hell is a lawless place? There's procedures. Show us your passport. Spread those cheeks.
Oh no. Turn back. Turn back.
Turn back. I don't want to go to hell anymore.
Never mind.
My cheeks are sacred.
What awaits them in the Netherworld? Because I've never seen these episodes before, I'm going to assume just lots of demons. Lots of demons.
I can say for sure what awaits them in the Netherworld: a Shikon Jewel Shard.
That's, yes. And death.
I'm gonna go with the safe answer: a Shikon Jewel Shard. So if you guys remember at the beginning of today's episode, we posed for you 2 questions. The first question was, how many times in the anime have InuYasha and Kikyo kissed? And the answer is 2 times.
2 times.
The first time was in episode 23 when InuYasha was being dragged to hell by Kikyo, if you remember that episode.
Yes.
And the second time was in episode 148 during that emotional boat scene.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it so far. Maybe they'll kiss again. We don't know.
I was hoping there was a third one somewhere.
There actually isn't a third one. But you know what's funny? If I were to have asked the question, how many times have InuYasha and Kagome kissed? The answer is big fat 0. So guess who's winning, huh, Kagome? Guess who's winning?
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, Kagome.
Yeah, Kagome. You suck. Step up your game. I'm going to tell you some jokes, Shang, and please laugh.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. That was the first joke.
Oh, no.
How'd you know?
Oh, what a great joke.
All right, here we go. Joke number 1. What do you call InuYasha when he goes outside?
What?
InuYasha.
Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. What's the next
Can you
one?
could you give a rating from 0 to 10?
That's a 0. That's a
Wait a second. Wait. All right. Well, okay. The next one. What did Naraku say when he learned he would be fighting Jaken for Wednesday fight night?
What do you say?
This guy, you must be jocking me. I think there was a laugh somewhere in there.
Oh boy. Oh man.
All right, here we go. I saved the best for last. What was Shippo called when he was a baby?
What?
Boat Po.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I came up with those in like 3 minutes.
What? Oh boy. The ratings for these jokes is a 0, a 3. I'll give this one a 3.5.
Nice. Only up from here.
Only up from here. Loofie at the closest comedy club. Come soon.
I am bringing out all the funnies today, so watch out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Come soon. Get your tickets while they're still hot. Because if not, they'll be really cold.
Shang's not opening for me. So the thing I want to ask and address about InuYasha's growth from going from this very selfish creature that wants the Shikon jewel shard for himself so he can become full demon to this type of character that wants to protect his friends over gaining more power. Like, when did InuYasha begin to change? When did he begin to show a less selfish side of him?
When he met Kagome.
All right, that's the beginning of the series, Shang. That's quite the cop-out answer. Now, can we
What do you
can we get a different moment in time when he might have started to change?
When he met Kagome. Good times.
Okay, so Shang says episode 1.
No, a little bit after episode 1.
Okay, episode. We'll give you some leeway. Episode 3.
All right, I'll take it.
I think that's right before. That's right after the Shikon jewel shatters. I think that's what you get. That's when he starts to change.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
That's when. That is Shang's final answer. Episode 3.
Because I know how we talk about InuYasha and like practically everyone else's growth. So we'll talk about Kohaku's growth too. Because in the beginning, like we know, he did a lot of killing. He killed his father, the people around him. He seriously injured his sister. You know, he's like, oh man, I can't believe what I've done. And then it's practically a death. Zora's or dead gets revived by Naraku. And still remembers all the tragedy that he's done. He's like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't take it. I want to forget. So he does. But when he remembers again, he's like, oh no, I can't believe all these things that I've done. Forgets again. But now that he's kind of getting used to like remembering all the times he's been practically forced to forget, he's like, okay, I have to accept everything I've done. Everything that, like,
even if you forget all your experiences that you've done prior to forgetting, you're going to remember it all. So it's like, oh man, I can't believe I've done all this. I just have to accept it and somehow enact my revenge for everything I've done. Well, I don't know, avenge, but atone for everything I've done to, you know, I can't find the words here. Like basically atone for all the killing he's done.
Yeah, he just needs to atone.
Yeah.
That's actually very mature of him for being like a 10-year-old boy. That is a very mature 10-year-old boy.
Ah, my boy Kohaku.
But the last thing I do want to point out is like, you know, like Kohaku isn't like steadfast in his plan of like, I will obey Naraku until I get my chance. You can tell he's struggling, especially when Sango shows up and it's like, Kohaku, why are you doing this? And he's like, sister, no. And he's like, he hates the fact that he has to go against InuYasha and his sister. Like, he hates that. But in his mind, he thinks this is my only way to atone for what I've done, and I have to stick by that.
You know what I realize now is that Sango is his greatest reminder of everything he's done.
She really is.
Because every time they meet,
yeah,
it's like, Kohaku, not again. What have you done? It's like, oh,
Villager
boy.
number 5, Kohaku, why?
They were innocent.
Villager
not again.
420, no.
Right?
He was, he was just blazing it.
And you killed him. And then you smoked all his lettuces. What?
Wait, Kohaku.
Oh, get lit, boys.
Oh, no.
Okay, for me, oh, man. Okay, so mine is legit the Dot Hack series because that anime.
Wait, Shang,
I'm sure
you
anybody...
mean Dot Hack sign, right?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that like all of it. I like all
Shang,
of it.
Shang, you can't keep recommending like 6 series in one recommendation.
I love it.
Stop cheating, Shang.
Fine.
You don't feel like it's an ending when you bust out of a stone demon's gut?
You know, sometimes, I guess, maybe.
You don't feel like you reach an end when you've had like a really bad stomach virus and then finally your insides just implode outward and then you feel relief?
I feel like you're describing Taco Bell to me.
Did you actually hear Taco Bell is announcing a brand new Triplelupa?
Oh, God.
This is actually real.
I can't believe that.
It's called the Triplelupa. It's 3 chalupas end to end.
Yeah, I'll wait until they make the Quadlupa.
What about the double lupa? They just jumped over that one.
Hey man, no one wants double, they want triple. Come on now.
That's true. Double is too conservative. Triple is for those like courageous folk.
That's right. I feel like that would make my stomach bust. And for some reason diamonds would
pretty
come out.
sure your stomach wouldn't be the only thing that busts.
Yeah, I feel it now. My gut's exploding with diamonds coming out of it. I can't really explain why diamonds. But yeah.
This episode brought to you by our new sponsor, Taco Bell. Try out their new Triplelupa. Available soon.
Taco Bell, please sponsor us.
Yeah, please. Please, Taco Bell.
All right.
I realized we never really took the time to really discuss his change in character, because I feel like when you think about characters that have changed, Sesshomaru is probably the one who has changed the most. Like, we go all the way back to episode 5 when we first meet Sesshomaru. Remember, this guy was angry, man. He was mean. He treated Jockin like garbage, even though he actually is, but still, man.
I don't know. I feel like he still treats him like garbage, just less.
He treats him like better garbage. Like, like garbage
like
that you don't really crumple up that bad, but you still throw away.
Yeah. That's right. Instead of smashing the can and throwing in the trash can, it's just a whole can,
Yeah, that's a great analogy. That's essentially what is going on. Question number 2 was, how old is Kagome? And the answer is...
Before you continue, I hear knocking on my door. I think that's the cops.
It's 15.
Dear God.
InuYasha, run for it, you old man, you.
I can already see the police just jumping down the well, just trying to get him.
Get him. Open up.
Nowhere is safe, boys. Nowhere is safe. Time traveling does not keep you safe from the cops.
Oh man. Oh, so like we finally reached the end of InuYasha, and we spent this almost 20 episode long journey rewatching InuYasha. And the question that we started with at the beginning of this series was, does InuYasha hold up to today, or should it just remain a good memory? And I think now is the perfect time to answer that. Did InuYasha hold up for you, Shang?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes too. InuYasha definitely held up. Some of the themes and the plots in this series were so good. The music, so good. The animation, crappy at times, but near the end, so good.
So I will say that the animation was nostalgic up until the point that they changed the animation, so that was new for me, but I thought it was really good. Because I still have some memories from watching the movie, so it was kind of close to that at times when it got good, but other than that, the old animation was where it was at. Loofie, did you listen to the Japanese version or the English dub?
I did the dub this time.
Okay, so I did the dub as well, and thankfully, and I'm glad to hear that all the voice actors stayed all the way through. I'm not too sure what'll happen in the next season of InuYasha, but I hope those same voice actors stay there, which I was also happy about. That was also nostalgic for me. The music was on point from what I remember. The intros weren't as strong to me as the outros. The outros were everything to me.
Dude, the outros were top tier. I feel like amongst the intros, like I liked like 3 of them.
Right. Yeah. I liked a lot of them too, up until the newer stuff I've never heard before. So that was kind of weird for me.
Yeah, I feel like, but at the end of the day, I think for me, the thing that held up best about InuYasha that I would say is like the gold standard of InuYasha, or like the crowning jewel of InuYasha, is the music. The music was just timeless for me. Like the way it played in like the action scenes, and especially in the emotional scenes. Especially
Right.
when Kikyo dies in episode 124. That I still hold with me forever. Still my number 1 InuYasha episode. Because I hold music in such a high regard, I would say that 163 is probably my second favorite episode of InuYasha, just with how the music lined up with the scenes and with the emotions of the script. I thought that was perfect.
Every time I listened to the music, I felt real hard nostalgia, because that's what I remember the most about InuYasha. The story, I like the story, yeah, but when I hear the music, ooh boy, it gets you. Especially whenever we kept going into the series and I heard like the progressive like outros that I liked. It's like, oh man, this is a good song. The new outro comes out. Oh my god, I forgot about this. This is awesome. How could I ever forget?
Yeah. I guess it would not be too much for us to say that we enjoyed InuYasha and enjoyed watching it again.
Yeah.
Now, we have prepared a special outro for you as a way of just saying thank you for listening. So, until next time, my name's Loofie.
And my name is Shang.
And thank you for listening to Anime Rewind. See you in Season 2.
Hey guys, welcome to Anime Rewind, where we revisit anime from our childhood and try to see if they hold up today or if they should just remain a good memory.
One shot, baby. Let's
No,
go.
you're
One
supposed to say my name's Shang!
One shot.
Hey, did you guys know that spiders and centipedes are not the same thing? All right, we're starting a brand new podcast. It's called Centipede Rewatch. I want to die.
That's what one of the characters says, actually.
Okay, let's play a game. Okay, I'm gonna name a character. You say yes or no, and the question is, are they going commando? InuYasha,
Yes.
Kagome,
No.
Miyoga,
Always.
Jakin, Shippo,
Commando.
Kikyo,
Oh yeah.
Miroku,
Commando.
Most Death, Sango.
Very Commando. Hey, it's Shang. Thank you so much for listening to Anime Rewind Season 1. It's truly been an amazing experience doing this for you guys. Big shout outs to the listeners out there for getting to this point. Rewatching InuYasha was great. It definitely hit the nostalgia point. But what made watching even better was to finally see how it all ended. This is Shang. See you in Season 2.
I remember an episode like Entei like just stares at Hakudoshi and is just like, yeah, this one's better.
It's like, man, I like him. He looks good. He looks strong. Look, you want to rule the world?
Yeah, you want to rule the world with me? All right, let's do it. Flossing is such a 2020 thing to do, like we should be asking, does InuYasha floss?
Okay, having a picture if InuYasha, Sango, Moroku, Shippo have nice teeth, it's actually pretty weird to think about.
I had everyone just look normal flossing. Now I have wooden teeth Shippo trying to do some flossing and his hips are all bent out of shape because he's just hurting inside.
Oh no. So if you're ever in need to watch like a sports anime, of course watch Prince of Tennis, because that's good. Haikyuu, of course, it's great, there's a new season out. But I would also recommend Kuroko's Basketball.
Man, look at this boy, low-key dropping 3 wrecks in one episode.
Okay, so mine is legit the whole Dot Hack series because that anime.
Wait,
I'm
Shang,
sure
you
anybody-
mean dot hack sign, right?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say all of it. I like all of it.
Shang, you can't keep recommending like 6 series in one recommendation.
I love it.
Stop cheating, Shang. Hey guys, it's Loofie, just dropping in to say thank you so much for listening to Anime Rewind. It's been so much fun to just go back and relive all the nostalgic moments of InuYasha throughout the last year. Thank you so much for listening and supporting this podcast as always. It's been a pleasure. And so, from me and Shang, I just want to say thank you. See you soon in Season 2. But the thing is, so we know that InuYasha's group is eventually going to run into Naraku and be the one that defeats him. Like, that's just how the course of the story is going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think it's going to play out? Like, how do you think they're going to defeat Naraku? At this point, like, he is a strong man. He has almost every jewel shard, the Shikon jewel, with the exception of Kohaku's, 2 Okoga's, and the 1 shard that InuYasha got back from the Netherworld.
Okay, so this is how I plan. It's literally gonna be the Avengers, alright? One side, InuYasha, Sesshomaru, everyone's gonna be there, and you got Naraku with, well, I guess an army of demons, and I guess some people who are just still, on his side. But yeah, that's about it. I guess, what?
And he's got a golden gauntlet with a little slot for the jewel.
That's right, and he has an army of demons with a baby and like a child. That's his army.
Okay.
That's his army.
Oh, man. So a bunch of demons and 2 babies.
Pretty much. That's his army.
Up against the Avengers.
Yes. Can you not see InuYasha as Captain America? Because I can't.
Wait, but he doesn't even have a shield. He has a big sword.
I can't see it. See?
Wait. Then what would Moroku be? Moroku just has a wind tunnel.
Ant-Man.
Okay. What about Sango?
Sango is Black Widow.
But I have bad news for Black Widow if we're going off the course of Endgame.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, take that back. I take that back. Oh, no. Moving on.
What about Kikyo?
Kikyo is Black Widow. There we go.
Oh no! Wait a second.
There we go.
Can Kagome be Black Widow?
No. It's already been decided.
All right. Who's Kagome?
Kagome is Oh boy, who is Kagome? God, and this is a hard one.
The Hulk, because she's green.
Though we'll take it.
All right.
Plus she gets really angry real fast and tells other people to sit. That's rough.
Oh, that's true.
Cause Hulk smashes and Kagome sits. InuYasha into the ground.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we watch InuYasha the final act eventually, right? Maybe.